numero 6, Milan Novi.
3 times Novi has been the top goal scorer in the Czechoslovakian league. He had 32 goals in 36 games last year. The fine young hockey player, along with Cyrilla, the smallest members of the Czechoslovakian
Number
team.
16, numero 16, Josef Augusta.
And Augusta plays with Dukla Ihalva in Czechoslovakia.
Team Canada.
And listen to the hand for the upcoming introduction of Team Canada.
In the nets, number 30, Rogatien Vachon.
Rogie just keeps on playing. Big hand for him, a 1.20 goals against average. 6 goals have been scored on him in 5 games. And when we start to consider most valuable player awards, Rogie will have to be considered along with a couple of others.
Number 16, Bobby Clark. Number 17, the Nimioji set Bill Garber. And number 28, the middle benchman, Reggie Leach.
Well, the fans making it very, very clear where their emotions lie. As we are set to go, the opening face-off in Game 1 of the best-of-3 playoff for the Canada Cup. The referee for the game will be Gordy Lee of the United States, linesman Matt Pavlich of Canada, and Vladimir Schubert of Czechoslovakia. And the face-off at center ice. And from the face-off, Makach moves up, clears it ahead. Savard knocking it down at his own line. It's cleared over the line by Martinez. Martinez is in deep all alone. He stumbles, then tried to clear it in front, and Savard on his knees cleared it into the corner. Barber up the left side. Barber just crossing center ice, flips it in. Leach is in there after it, but offside is called. And it'll come back for the icing, actually, and a face-off to the right of Rogie Vachon. Vachon not too pleased with that, as he's having a couple of words with the Czechoslovakian official, Schubert. So we played 18 seconds here in the first period, and both teams will make a change. And a general change.
Well, actually, Team Canada's a little upset about the icing call. They felt that Bill Barber was over the center ice red line when he threw that puck in, and however, it's brought back saying that he was a half a step behind when he dumped the puck in.
William Davis, the Premier of Ontario, part of this big crowd at Maple Leaf Gardens, as the face-off is to the right of Vachon. It comes back. Here's Hollick with a shot, kicked out of there by Rogie Vachon. In the corner is Lapointe. Lapointe along the board, Shutt clearing to the blue line, not out. Hollick cuts by the check of Shutt. Hollick moving in, clears it into the corner. Out in front, Hollick got spun around on the play, and coming out of his own end now is Peter Mahovlich. At center ice, working with Lafleur and Shutt. Over the line, he tries to split the defense. It's called on the offside, and a face-off will take place outside the blue line of Czechoslovakia.
Well, the Czechoslovakian team got a very good opportunity in the Team Canada end, winning the draw right from the face-off. And actually, they won the first 2 draws. That's something that didn't happen earlier in the tournament. Team Canada controlled the puck for most of the face-offs, but tonight, first 2 face-offs have been won by the Czechoslovakians.
Face-off outside the blue line. Bobby Hull out there with Perreault and Zion, the line that was put together early in the game against the Soviets. Robinson and Orr, the defensive pairing for Czechoslovakia, Pollock, Glinka, and Aberman. And from the face-off, Robinson over to Orr, and he shoots it in. Zarilla leaving it at the side of his net. Pollock clearing it into the corner. Czechoslovakia, Glinka had that pass go right by him. Aberman is over the line, being chased by Hull. He flips it out in front, and Bobby Orr is there. Zion had to go by him, but Robinson one-hands the pass ahead for Hull. Hull over the line to Perreault. Perreault getting room. His shot, he scores! Gilbert Perreault put it right between
didn't quite get them together. The puck was thrown on the side. Bobby Hull made a very good play. Drew one defender to him, slipped it on the side. Here we see it again. Bobby Hull breaking to the blue line, throws the backhand pass, and you see he draws the defender to him. And Gilbert Perreault, a bad angle, but has lots of time to shoot the puck, and he throws it behind the Czechoslovakian goaltender's legs. Here we have another look at it. Watch him draw that defender, two of them. Two of them come to Bobby Hull. Gives Perreault some time to shoot the puck right between Zarilla's legs.
Perreault from Hull and Dion at 1:05, and play is underway once again at center ice. Trying to pin it against the board. Czechoslovakia controlling it. Working it to the line is Stastny, to his brother Marion. He takes a shot. It goes off Lapointe's legs, and it's Gainey. Gainey trying to get it out of his own zone. The whistle goes. High sticking will be the call. And let's see who gets the gate.
Here we have Bobby Hull again, breaking to the blue line. Again, we see the two defenders come to him. The shot right between the goaltender's legs. He was out on the edge of the crease taking away the angle, but the puck got between his legs and behind him for the first Team Canada goal.
So Darryl Sittler is off for high sticking. Czechoslovakia will make use of the power play. Canada has not had a power play goal scored on it yet in this tournament. A tremendous record against some powerful opposition. Clark, Barber, Lapointe, and Denny Potvin will be penalty killers for Team Canada. And the two Stastny brothers and Pozar, the forward line for Czechoslovakia. It's cleared back down into Czechoslovakian territory. Back to get it is Kalupa. Kalupa being checked by Bobby with Clark, and the puck came loose to Bill Barber, and Barber just could not get it free to get a shot away. Clark in there doing a lot of digging again. Puck is behind the net. Kalupa. Kalupa along the board. Marian Stastny for Czechoslovakia to brother Peter. Peter's over the line. Stastny stops. Looks for the point man. Dvorak. His shot is right on, and the rebound went right by Stastny, and it's cleared back out to center ice. Dvorak. Rick wide to Kalupa on the far side. Back to Dvorak. He's being checked by Barber, and Barber nearly got loose. Now the puck is cleared over the line. Digging for the net is Augusta. He took a shot wide of the net on the backhand. It's back to the point. Dvorak along the boards. Marian Stastny getting set. Here's his shot, and it was blocked partially by Lapointe. It's loose out there. Stastny again. Still loose, and it goes behind the net. Marian Stastny fans on it. The puck was shot out in front, and Team Canada comes back. Barber taking a shot. That went off a leg. Savard has it on the far board. Goes back in over the blue line. Dvorak to Marian Stastny. Stastny's over the line. Here's the shot. Good save by Rogie Bashaw as he got his pad on it. And the puck clears down the ice. We have 37 seconds left in the penalty. It is 1-0 Team Canada. Noby. Noby is behind his net. Noby running out of his own zone. His pass intercepted by Savard. Martinez goes over the line. Martinez along with Noby. Stops against the far board. Clears it out to the point. Makach on this side. Takes the shot. It went off Bob Gainey's stick in the area against the boards. He starts out. Gainey ducking by the checking out Martinez. Now here's Bobby Orr. Orr is over the line. Getting set. There's the shot, and it deflects into the crowd. 1-0. Team Canada leading. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. 2 seconds left in the penalty. Phil Esposito is out, along with Orr and Robinson. Lanny McDonald will play the right wing for this face-off, with 2 seconds left in Sittler's penalty from the face-off. Bobby Orr's shot is kicked into the corner. McDonald on the far boards. Clearing it around the board. Sittler against the boards on this side, just out of the penalty box. Clears it into the slot. Nobody there. Robinson along the boards. Flipping it out in front. Esposito skated right by it, and Bubla knocks it down and leaves it for Holick. Number 20 for Czechoslovakia to Bubla. Bubla inside his own blue line. Starting out, teams are at even strength now as it's flipped break wide. Holick digging in after it. Bobby Orr also pushing and shoving against the boards with it, and it's held for a face-off to the right of Rogie Bashaw.
Well, now again, Team Canada beginning to win those face-offs. Phil Esposito, of course, he's one of the best in the business. Winning it clean, getting good opportunities from the point, and that's what Team Canada did very well in the game against the Soviet Union. They were getting those draws, getting good shots from the point, low for the tip-ins. Actually, 2 goals were scored on tip-ins, but that's what they need.
From the face-off, it's cleared up to Keuchel at center ice. Back in his own zone to Bubla. Bubla, rink-wide pass. That pass intended for Alinka. He couldn't reach it before Bobby Orr swooped in after it, and Robinson to Sittler. Sittler just crossing center ice to Esposito. And the Czechoslovakians try to get loose with it, and McDonald covers up. 1-0, Team Canada leading. Lanny McDonald coming out of his own zone, checked by Pozar, gets it again and clears it into the Czechoslovak end. Sittler goes after it along with Zurilla. Pozar gets it back to Bubla. Number 19, Bubla behind his own net. Peter Stastny cuts behind the net, but Bubla maintains possession, then gives it to Stastny. He overskated it. Lafleur moves in, but he couldn't control it against Dvorak. Now, over the line, shut to Mahavlich, and a good defensive play there by number 19 for Czechoslovakia, Bubla. Here's Lapointe moving in. Lapointe getting a little skating room, but he was unable to get the pass into the area in front of the net, and Czechoslovakia comes back. Marian Stastny over the line, stops, and a great check made there by Potvin. Behind the net. Lafleur in the corner on the far side, flipping it out over center ice, and going back for it is Kalupa for Czechoslovakia, off the boards. Pozar, Stastny on this side, over for Kalupa, back to Kalupa, and it's out at center ice where Potvin has it. To Lafleur, Lafleur to Mahavlich, he turns around and just swings it into the Czechoslovakian end. Kalupa back for it, Kalupa off the boards for Marian Stastny. Over to the far side for Pozar. Pozar's over the line. There's his shot. It's wide of the net. It comes all the way back to Bobby Hull along the boards. Hull being checked by Peter Stastny, and Hull comes up with it. Hull starting out. Hull has 3 game-winning goals in this series. Ahead. Intended for Perreault. It goes all the way down the ice, and it's called for the icing. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Offensive line for Czechoslovakia. Novi, Augusta, and Martinez out there right now. Is from the face-off. Marcel Zian gets it ahead for Bobby Hull. Hull is over the line. Called on... I thought I heard a whistle. It was not. As the puck goes into the corner. Yes, we did hear a whistle, and it's called on the 2 lines. It'll come back. There's the Minister of Health and Welfare, Marc Lalonde, the minister responsible for this series on the government level. Taking in the action. Part of 16,485, I think, is a packed house here at Maple Leaf Gardens. Not an open space.
Marcel Dion made a very nice play. Unfortunately, Team Canada was ruled offside, but the Czechoslovakian defenseman pinched down very, very hard inside the Team Canada blue line, and he just tipped that puck by the defender out into the neutral zone. Team Canada's forwards were breaking in to pick it up, but it's a very good play by Marcel Dion, because that's what the Czechoslovakian team likes to do. They like to have their defensemen press right down hard in the Team Canada zone. If they tip that puck by them, they make it an opportunity in the neutral zone.
On the face-off, Zian puts it off the boards at center ice. Pospisil. Pospisil ahead over the line, intercepted just as it hit the line by Savard, and it's cleared back in finally as Orr goes after it. Orr, along with Augusta, against the boards, and Martinez moves in, and Novi, the whole forward line over on that far boards, making the check, and we'll have a face-off at the top rim of the circle in Team Canada territory. Perreault, Hull, Zian the line for Team Canada. 1-0. They lead. 6 minutes gone in the first period. Is from the face-off. Rogie Vachon had to be alert. And the puck is cleared along the board. Bobby Hull going after it just outside his own blue line, along with Makat. It'll be pinned in there finally. And it's called for a face-off.
Well, Bobby Hull not too pleased. Actually, he let the Czechoslovakian player play the puck against the boards. He was looking for it to come loose, and when the Czechoslovakian player held it against the boards, Bobby thought he should have been called for delaying the game. And actually, I think the official was glad to get the face-off and the whistle just outside the Team Canada blue line. But Bob was looking for that delay of game penalty.
6:50 gone in the first period. 1-0 Team Canada on a goal by Gilbert Perreault from Bobby Hull and Marcel Dion at the 1:05 mark. Bubla hits the line into Team Canada territory. He's checked by Bill Barber, and the loose puck is picked up by Bobby Clark. Clark shooting it in. Going after it is Leach, along with Keiko. Leach gets the puck. He gets it behind the net, but overskated it. Barber's in after it. He's checked, and the puck ends up at the corner where Aberman for Czechoslovakia sends it to center ice. There it is, Hlinka. Hlinka to Hollick. Hollick trying to get around the defense, being checked very closely there by Denny Potvin, and Potvin comes up with the puck. Along the boards, out to the point. Bubla knocks it down there. Gives it to Aberman. Back to Bubla at the point. Bubla moving into the area in front of the center ice, and the bouncing puck is finally knocked down and gloved by Rogie Vachon. He hangs on.
Well, Guy Lapointe did a very good job of making sure when the rebound came loose from Rogie that he was tying up men in front of the net. Actually, he took the Czechoslovakian player right to the back boards. But that's what has to happen when that puck comes from the point and it's bouncing around. You can't let people stand loose in front of the net. He didn't do it in such a manner where he was could be guilty of getting a penalty. He just moved the man out of there, took the man out of the play, no penalty.
That Doto Ho that you saw on one of the posters here is something like "Let's go," I think, in Czechoslovakian. Score a goal. Shaibu, of course, the equivalent in the Soviet Union. Shaibu meaning puck, but has the same connotation. Lapointe behind his own net for Team Canada. Over for Potvin. Potvin ahead, past Gainey all the way down the ice. Sittler moving in after it, and it is waved off any icing. Sittler gets after it behind the net now, trying to find a man out in front. Here's Potvin, shot, he scores! Well, the Czechoslovakians expecting a whistle. Sittler was onside when that play started, and they waved off the icing. And Canada leads 2-0.
Well, actually, I believe it touched the defending player. Sittler went in, had time. The pass is very, very slow. He just makes a nice soft pass, which gives Denny Potvin enough time to shoot it all in one motion. He didn't have to stop the puck and then shoot it. The pass came across at a good speed so that he could shoot the puck all in one motion. The puck and the shot beats are a little low.
Canada leading 2-0 is from the face-off. Pospisil behind his own net. The official scoring on that goal. Potvin from Sittler and Lapointe at 7:56. Goes with Perreault's goal, and it's 2-0. That's Potvin's first goal of the tournament. Behind the net now, Team Czechoslovakia trying to get it out in front. It wound up in the netting, and the face-off will be off to the right of the Team Canada goal. Potvin from Sittler and Lapointe. 7:56. Orr from the face-off behind his own net, beating it around the boards. Gainey working it out to center ice, then shooting it in as he crossed the red center line. After it is Sittler. Sittler getting it back. There's that quick shot by McDonald, and it went off the shoulder, I believe, of Bakach. Orr one-handing that puck, trying to get it out in the area in front of the net. That failed to work. McDonald moves in, and taking it behind the net for Czechoslovakia is Augusta. A rink-wide pass for Pospisil. Pospisil is over the line, offside. Too quick was Novi. And we'll have another face-off. 8:47 gone in this first period. Just the offside statistics in this period. Canada has had 3, Czechoslovakia 1. And in the icing department, Czechoslovakia has had none, Canada 2. Shut now from the face-off. Beating it ahead for Lafleur. He got it off the end of his stick. Finally, he knocks it down and controls it. Gets it over the line, then had it flipped away from him back out to center ice. Potvin, rink wide, pass shut all the way down into the Czechoslovakian end, and it's called on the icing.
Well, 2 quick goals in the first 10 minutes of the period certainly takes a lot of the pressure off Team Canada. And when you jump out to that quick 2-0 lead, a lot of things can happen. It's much easier to play with that quick lead, where they don't always have to be forcing the play. They can make the Czechoslovakian team come to them, look for the mistakes that they're going to make, and possibly jump on them. But that 2-0 lead gives the team a big lift, especially in the first 10 minutes of the hockey game.
Just recapping the scoring, Canada made it 1-0. Gilbert Perreault from Hull and Zion at 1:05. And then Denny Potvin moments ago at 7:56 from Sittler and Lapointe. 2-0. Team Canada leading is from the face-off. Rogie Vachon leaves it for Lapointe. Lapointe was checked deep in the Canadian zone. The loose puck comes to shut against the boards. He falls on top of the puck as he was being checked closely by Alinka. And the face-off will be to Rogie Vachon's left. At the conclusion of tonight's game, the outstanding player from each of the 4 teams eliminated from the tournament will be presented with a Toyota Celica GT. Tournament committee under the chairmanship of Mr. George Gross, sports editor of the Toronto Sun. That presentation will be seen here on CTV. Bubla at center ice, leaves it for Alinka. Linka back at his own blue line. Shoots a rink-wide pass. Bubla, center ice, right past Aberman. He tried to knock it down with his glove. Picks up the puck inside his own zone, and then Holick couldn't knock down the pass. Potvin getting the pass from Shutt over the line. Potvin dropping it to Mahovlich. Mahovlich to Shutt right in front, and Vladimir Zarilla made a fine save. And Shutt was right there looking for A, the pass, and B, any rebound.
Well, what a smart pass that was by Denny Potvin. He brought the puck on his backhand back off the boards and back out to Peter Mahovlich, who got the quick shot. But rather than dropping it and the chance of the Czechoslovakian player being able to pick up the drop pass, he put it back off the boards, got the bounce to Peter, so there was no chance of an interception of his pass.
Face-off will be to Zarilla's right. Perreault, Hull, Dion the line. Here's Orr from the face-off, the shot, and it just came in and out of the glove of Zarilla. They get it out in front again. And starting out of his own end now is Stastny. This is Marian Stastny over the line, and he's checked as he crossed the line by Serge Savard. Hull is bumped against the boards by Chernik. At least Kalupa, and the puck is cleared right back into Team Canada territory. Peter Stastny is checked. And the puck is out at center ice. Kalupa, a rink-wide pass. Peter Stastny on the far boards. He's offside. Marian Stastny, his brother, was trapped inside the blue line. Czechoslovakia has outshot Canada in the shots on goal department, 7-6 at this stage. The shots at goal, 8-8. Ron Andrews of the National Hockey League keeping us abreast of these developments. Some interesting statistics. And those shots at goal sometimes tell a different story than the shots on goal in a game. Keep you apprised of them as we go along here. From the face-off now, the puck is at the far board. Dion shoots it in. Dvorak's backboard along with Perreault. Dvorak controlling it. Dion goes in. He falls, and the puck squirts out from underneath him. They go against the board. Down goes Kalupa and Hull, and the puck is underneath them. The whistle goes, and we'll have a face-off. Bobby Hull is a bit of a foul mood in this hockey game so far. He's been running at a few people. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Savard behind the net for Perreault, being checked by Makac. Down goes Makac right out in front. Hull got a shot away, but it just appeared to hit Augusta's stick. Now Perreault in the corner, out to Hull. Hull's on his backhand, flips it in front, and Zarilla grabs it and hangs on long enough for the whistle.
Well, the official is blowing that whistle very, very fast. He's anticipating, I believe, some of the calls along the boards, into the goaltender's gloves, blowing it quickly. He doesn't want any rough play to develop along the boards, but it's frustrating to the players when he blows it so quickly, and to the fans when the action stops.
Face-off will be to the left of Zarilla. Bobby Clark's line out there. Leach and Barber, a line that scored 141 goals last year in the National Hockey League in the regular season. 61 of them by Leach, 50 by Barber. Eichel controlling behind the net. Leaves it for Holick. He clears it along the boards. Lapointe moves in. There's his shot. Good save by Zarilla as he goes to the far board to Linka. Flipping it out to center ice. Lapointe going after it along with Aberman. Bring it out to center ice. Straight past Bubla. Back for it now. Bubla being checked by Barber. Clark moves in. And Keuchel puts it along the boards and then picks it up himself. Ahead for Linka. Linka along with Aberman and Holick. Holick working for the net. It's cleared behind the net, and it's Potvin who gets to it first. Right off the boards, and here's Bobby Clark. Clark along with Barber. Over the line. Stops. Feeds for Leach, or at least for Lapointe, and Lapointe couldn't control the puck, and Aberman comes back. Here's Aberman's shot. Blocked by Denny Potvin. It's underneath him, and he'll hold on for the face-off, which will be to the left of the Canadian goal. And the Czechoslovakian players asking for a penalty on that.
Very good play by Denny Potvin. He stayed in the middle. He waited till the Czechoslovakian player drew his stick back and then dropped in front. Now the puck could have come loose, but Denny Potvin made sure it got close to his body so that the official blew the whistle. But his timing was very, very good. He stayed in the middle. He didn't go down until the Czechoslovakian player dipped his head and brought his stick back.
7:57 remaining in the first period. 2-0. Canada is leading on goals by Perreault and Potvin. Sittler facing off against Linka. From the face-off, past Orr to Robinson. Robinson starting out, just flips it out to center ice. Going back for it is number 19 for Czechoslovakia, Jesse Bubla. Zarilla leaves for Holick. Holick to Linka, and it's stopped there as McDonald fires it off the boards behind the net for Sittler. Sittler along the boards. Pinned in there as he checked by Bubla. Holick takes a good hit and it's fired right out in front. And Lanny McDonald nearly set up a goal on that play with a good body check behind the net. Now they try to poke it free along the boards, and it's held for another face-off. Good effort there by Lanny McDonald.
Team Canada's having very good success in the Czechoslovakian team. They're moving them off the puck. Here's Lanny McDonald, very tough check. Moves the Czechoslovakian player off the puck, gets the rebound himself. Here again, Daryl Sittler going to the boards, but Team Canada doing a very, very good job of forechecking in the Czechoslovakian zone, moving the players off the puck.
Well, they say you have to have the workers, and the Sittler line with Gainey and McDonald has been very, very effective. Here's the shot by Bobby Orr from the blue line. Against the boards, Novi. He's checked by Sittler. It's thrown again out into the area in the slot. Comes all the way over to Orr. Orr behind the net for Sittler. Sittler looking for a man in front. That was Gainey, but he sort of shanked the pass and ended up at the side of the net and was called as it's pinned in there. Daryl Sittler getting a big hand as he heads to the bench. Team Canada sends out McClure, Shutton, and Mohavlich. Another one of the very potent scoring lines in the National Hockey League last year. From the face-off, it comes to Shutt in the slot, but he just couldn't knock it down. There's going to be a penalty to Czechoslovakia. More tripping. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Milan Kalupa goes off for tripping at 12:56. You'll see it here.
Here's Steve Shutt trying to spin to get the loose puck from the draw. Kalupa takes the skates from under him. Good penalty.
From the face-off, Potvin against the boards for Bobby Hull. Hull having trouble controlling it, and out to center ice it comes for Bobby Orr. Orr, Esposito is working on the power play. Back to Hull, and it hopped over his stick, and Martinez for Czechoslovakia. Martinez feeding it back to Augusta. Back to the Czechoslovakian blue line. Makac sending it into Team Canada territory, and Bobby Orr. Team Canada leading 2-0. Esposito on the power play. Out over his own line. Over for Bobby Orr. Orr hits the line. Orr getting skating room. Orr going right in. He shoots. He scores! Bobby Orr, and they just let him go until he had that great goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, Bobby Orr used Phil Esposito as a decoy. The Czechoslovakian team gave him too much room.
Listen to this crowd.
Okay, here we have Bobby Orr now over the blue line. He fakes the pass to Esposito. They move away from him. Brazilla moved away from the post, and he put the backhand over his shoulder to the short side. Here we have another look at it. Phil Esposito gets the pass and breaks down the side. He goes to his backhand. Brazilla moves a little to the far side. Bobby's got room on the short side to put the puck high up over his shoulder.
Now we've seen quite a power play on the part of Canada in this tournament. They've had 17 advantages and they've scored 6 power play goals. An excellent percentage. Malenko over the line to Aberman. Aberman for Czechoslovakia falls as he goes against the boards, and Guy Lapointe ahead for Hull. Drops it for Perreault. Perreault taking a hit from Aberman. Gets it back to Lapointe. Inside his own zone. Out to Zion. Zion ducking by a check. Over the line, Zion to Hull. Hull with Perreault on the wing, and Perreault just couldn't knock down the pass. To Lapointe at the blue line. He shoots it over to the far side. Zion goes into the corner after it. Being checked closely by Keuchel in there. Hull comes up with it. Hull out to the blue line, and Potvin was turned around on the play and couldn't knock it down. Potvin behind his own net. Starting out, just flips it down the ice. And as it goes by the goal crease, it's called on the icing, and the face-off will be back in Team Canada territory.
Well, Team Canada were looking for the change. They weren't able to get the whistle earlier. Denny Potvin just gave it that little flip down the end, hoping to get the puck on the net and get the change of players on the fly. The puck slid wide of the net. Team Canada's called for icing the puck.
There you see the time of that goal, 13:34, a power play goal. Esposito setting up Bobby Orr. And the defense beginning to get in on the scoring now. Potvin with his first goal, and Bobby Orr with his first goal of the tournament. gala occasion, the first game of the Canada Cup 76 playoff. Face off to the right. Up Team Canada's goal comes to Pospisil. Pospisil and control it is checked by McDonald, and behind the net it goes. Lapointe going after it. He'll battle for it. Now it comes out in front of the net, and starting out is Gainey. Gainey backhanding a pass to McDonald. He has it in the center ice area. McDonald shooting it in. Digging after it is Gainey in the corner on this side. Along with Makach. Gets it behind the net. Gainey comes up with it. Still has it. Gainey working hard out in front for McDonald. He shoots it back behind the net for Sidler. Sidler getting in front. His shot, and they rebound his shot away from the area in front of the net by Zarilla. Coming out of his own end now, Novi. Novi's over the line along with Martinez, and Martinez was checked by Potvin and is back out in center ice. Martinez. Inside his blue line to Makach. Makach off the board. He's checked by Gainey. Gainey eluded a check and got it behind the net and to the far boards. Novi sending it back out to center ice, and it's Guy Lapointe. Lapointe for Team Canada. Over the line, backboard is Augusta. Augusta starting out as Team Canada changes on the go. Leaves it off for Makach. Makach to the far boards. Pospisil intercepted by Shutt. Shutt gets around one check, tried to get it over to Mahovlich, who was breaking with him. Now here's Lafleur getting set in front. He's shot wide. Lafleur gets it again. Clears it in front. Here's Bobby Orr. Orr shooting, and it deflects wide of the net. Now out in front again, a shot, and that one a great save by Zarilla. Tremendous action and pressure around the Czechoslovakian goal as Pollock starts out. Stopped by Orr. Orr getting at the shot. That shot. And Makach blocked, and he scores! Lafleur! Just tremendous pressure, Tom.
Put tremendous pressure on. Here we have the second opportunity that Guy Lafleur has to put the puck behind Zarilla. Another shot, Schutz, first shot, hits Makach, comes loose. Guy Lafleur makes no mistake on the second try.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. There's a rather worried Czechoslovakian bench. At the right is Karl Gut, their young coach, former defensive all-star in World Tournament play and also in the Czechoslovakian League. They are down 4-0 with 2:58 now remaining in the period. Hlinka circling back into his own end. Drops it off for Bubla. Bubla starting out. Checked. Bubla gets it again out to center ice. Hlinka had to go off his stick deep into Team Canada territory, and Savard. Savard into the corner. Savard ducking by the check of Aberman. Still has that puck. Savard doing a great job. Clears to the center ice for Hull. Hull to Perreault. Perreault's over the line. Hull dropping behind him. Takes the shot. It's wide. Leon takes the shot, and that's knocked down, and Hull has it. Hull taking a shot. Now Perreault into the slot, and Bubla knocks it down. Clears it right on the Hull stick. Hull backhanding it, and the shot that was blocked by the defense, a weak shot by Dion, and Bubla to Aberman. Over the line, Aberman dropping for Bubla, clears it in front, right on Rogie Vachon. And he makes the save, and the puck goes behind the net for Bobby Orr, and he holds on for the faceoff. Well, Team Canada is really doing a job on the Czechoslovaks right now. The telecast of this game is presented solely for the interest of our viewers under copyright of Canada Cup of Hockey 76. Any use of this telecast without the express consent of Canada Cup of Hockey 76 is prohibited. Face off to the right of Rogie Vachon.
Well, Team Canada continuing their excellent forechecking. Actually, they have the Czechoslovakian defense a little flustered. Many, many times they've had possession of the puck. They've thrown it away quickly, getting their heads up, looking for that check, and it's really flustered them, and they've thrown the puck away many times in their own zone, and Team Canada is taking advantage of it and taking advantage of their good forecheck.
Well, they've moved the centerman out of there. Barber facing off against Kozar, and they'll try that one all over again as well. Oh, I tell you, the city of Toronto today, just walking around on the streets, every corner, people talking hockey. Tremendous interest in this final series as Canada has kind of reacted to the great interest by scoring 4 goals unanswered here in this first period. We have 1:53 remaining in the period. Dvorak at his own blue line. Back to Kalupa. Chalupa to Stastny. Stastny had his pass knocked away by Barber to Clark. Clark over the line, shooting it behind the net. And it's Dvorak. Dvorak checked by Barber. Clark moves in. He got it by him to Stastny. Stastny to Peter. Stastny to Pozar. Pozar's over the line. Trying to drop it back for Stastny. Now Stastny gets it. He overskated it. Here's a shot that deflects wide of the Canada net. After it is Potvin. Potvin just powered his way past the check out to center ice. It's Leach along with Barber. Barber got the pass. He's offside. And we'll have a face-off outside the blue line. The goal scoring, Perreault, Potvin, Orr, and Lafleur. Canada leading 4-0 with 1:16 remaining in the first period.
Well, again, the Czechoslovakian defense is pressing down hard at the Team Canada blue line, trying to forecheck himself. Denny Potvin was able to tip it by again into the neutral zone. Team Canada getting an opportunity, but the Czechoslovakian team, they're going to be burned if they continue to press so hard when the puck is just shoved behind them. Team Canada getting advantage in the neutral zone.
Pospisil shooting it rink wide. Mahovlich keeping it in. Shoots it behind the net. Pospisil goes after it. Shutt beats him to the puck, and it's cleared out in front. Augusta came back to cover up. Augusta ahead for Novi. Novi to the breaking Martinez at center ice. Martinez hitting the line. Martinez dropping it off. Pospisil looking for it against the board. Clears it in front, and Augusta got a shot away that was wide. Orr along the boards for Mahovlich. He snags it at center ice. Mahovlich over the line with Lafleur. Ducks around the defense. Gets in front. He shoots. And it was Cirilla who got his stick on it. And the shot ended up in the corner. Augusta at center ice. Augusta hitting the line. Trying to cut through the defense. And just poking it out to center ice was Larry Robinson. 25 seconds remaining in the first period. Martinez to Novi. Novi getting set. He's checked by Robinson. The backhand shot is loose in front of the net. And Robinson moves in and clears it out of danger. Lafleur against the boards. Clearing it rink wide. Orr moves after the puck. Orr moving it up ice. And then a wide open gate at the Czechoslovakian bench. He got by it and got it into the Czechoslovakian end, and it's Hollick. Easy Hollick. Cutting in front of his own net, and the period is over. An awesome display of power by Team Canada. 4-0, Canada is leading. And we are just about set to go. From the face-off, Barber gets it back to the blue line of Team Canada. Ahead for Clark. Clark tried to get it ahead for Barber, and that was knocked down. Stastny has checked Novi, getting it back to his own blue line. Makach ahead for Stastny. Stastny goes down, and the puck came in offside. Augusta beating the play in. And we'll have another face-off. An interesting move by Stastny at that blue line as he went flying for one reason or the other.
Well, there we see Augusta, who made a very good play on Novi's goal to beat Canada in the 1-0 game in the tournament. He's a very quick winger, and he broke in there very quickly to end that hockey game.
Pospisil getting the puck back deep into his own end. Makach back there to Pospisil. Pospisil to center ice. Novi ahead. Stastny couldn't get the pass. Bobby Orr turning with it and shooting it into the Czechoslovakian end. Holacek leaving it for Pospisil. Pass Makach. In the corner, Czechoslovakia. Pospisil on the boards on this side, ahead for Novi. Novi to the far board. Stastny is over the line. Stastny stopping, makes a good move, feeds it in front of the net, and Rogie Bashaw, I think, lost sight of that and made a last-second desperation lunge and got his pad on it. Barber ahead for Leach. Leach had to go off the heel of his skate. Novi back for Pospisil inside his own zone. Ahead. Stastny relays that puck into Team Canada territory. It's fed right back out to center ice by goaltender Rogatien Vachon. Pospisil, he's checked. Puck comes loose again. Gilbert Perreault along with Bobby Hull over the line. Hull couldn't reach the pass. Hollick is back for it. Hull beats him to it. Hull around the net. Hull stopping, beating it into the corner. It hopped over the stick of Perreault. Czechoslovakia. Makach to Keuchel. Keuchel out to center ice. Lapointe kicking it in, and Hollick will go back for it. Hollick skates right by it. Stastny trying to come out. He's checked. It's cleared out in front, and Keuchel for Czechoslovakia. Playing a little scrambly right now. Keuchel being pinned against the boards, and finally it's poked free and cleared out to center ice, and Denny Potvin will go back down into his own end for it. No icing as Potvin goes behind the net. Lincoln, number 21, is forechecking. Feeds it out to center ice. And Bubla just pushed the Canadian player out of the way, and it went all the way down the ice and will be called for the icing.
Well, the Czechoslovakian team like to, when they're coming out of their own zone, screen off. One defenseman might go in front of a forechecking forward and try and take him out of the play so that the puck carrier can get some room to operate and move the puck out of his own zone. That's what they like to do. They've been trying to do it, but not with much effectiveness in this game so far. And Team Canada, I've seen their defensemen using it, using something that the Czechoslovakian team does quite well.
Face off to the left of Vachon. Hlinka facing off against Peter Mahovlich. Now the puck is dropped. Hlinka tied up completely by Mahovlich. Mahovlich still tied up. He tries to knock Hlinka down. The loose puck picked up by Orr. Orr to center ice. Down goes Schutt as he tried to get a pass away, and the puck is cleared back in over the line. Called offside, and the icing, I think. The puck will be brought all the way back down into the Czechoslovakian. The icing is the call. 17:38 remaining in the second period, meaning we played 2 minutes 22 seconds in the period, the second period. Canada leading 4-0. That was the first icing call against Czechoslovakia in the game. Team Canada had a total of 5 up to this point. Mahovlich facing off against Novak from the faceoff. Novak making his first appearance on the ice. The puck is cleared around the boards. Schutt behind his own net, leaves for Lafleur. Lafleur starting from behind his own net, getting some skating room at center ice. Lafleur is with Mahovlich. Over the line, he splits the defense, goes for the corner after the puck. Throws a check in there. Stastny moves in after it. The puck is still loose. Dvorak, nobody's checking him, but he's just standing there with the puck. Now he's trying to work loose. Lafleur pokes away at it. Dvorak spend the rest of the game doing this. Now Dvorak brings it along the boards. And he's checked by Peter Mahovlich. Orr moves in. He takes a hit from Dvorak. Dvorak against the boards in the corner. Dvorak sending it to center ice. Martinez to Novak. Novak over the line. Martinez goes down as Orr gets back. The shot is deflected over top of the net off Orr's stick. And there'll be a penalty to Bobby Orr for interference. So Team Canada goes the man short. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Bobby Orr picked up his third minor penalty of the tournament. Interference, 3:23. Jussi Novak apparently injured on the play. He's on the bench being administered to as the puck is sent down the ice by Team Canada. A power play for Czechoslovakia. Pospisil and Makac, the point men, and the Novi line, which includes Augusta and Martinez. Killing off the penalty for Team Canada. Potvin, Lapointe, Sittler, and Savard. Two defensemen playing up front, and from the puck is cleared over the line and then back down the ice, and it's Holacek stepping out of his net for Martinez. Martinez tried to send it back, intercepted by Savard. Martinez gets it back. Martinez back to Pospisil. Pospisil at center ice. Still with the puck as he hits the line. Beats the Novi. Novi trying to get around the defense. Good play by Guy Lapointe. He sends it back down into the Czechoslovakian end. Makac cutting in front of his own net. Feeds it ahead for Augusta. Augusta eludes Sittler. Center ice, Augusta to Pospisil. Pospisil over the line for Novi. Novi trying to set up Augusta in front, and Augusta just skated by that one and fanned on it. Puck is cleared down the ice. We have 57 seconds remaining in the penalty. Makac ahead for Novi. Novi at center ice as Team Canada has made a change, and Barber and Gainey are out there. Gainey has the puck. He shoots it back into the Czechoslovakian end. Keuchel for Czechoslovakia. The Czechs also have changed. Holek now with 36 seconds remaining in the penalty. Over the line, Holek against the boards for Keuchel. Keuchel shooting it into the corner. Barber after it. Barber around the boards to the far side. Gainey played the man, then the puck, and is held against the boards, and we'll have a face-off.
Well, the Czechoslovakian team, their long passing game, it has its disadvantages sometimes when they try to throw that puck too long and it's intercepted. They lose possession of the puck, and on the power play, that's not too good because Team Canada, once they get possession, can either rag it or throw it down the ice, and it takes them a long time. Here we have Potvin. Oops, there's a little shot in the nose for Mr. Keuchel. Mr. Keuchel comes back with a stick on Potvin's shoulder, but the play is getting a little rough here. But the Czechoslovakian team have been throwing those long passes. Team Canada's been stepping in front of them, picking them off, dragging the puck, throwing it down the ice.
Play underway. Back to the blue line it comes against the boards on the far side. Try to flip it back out to the blue line. That's Aberman on the far boards. Out to Bubla. Here's his shot right on. Rogie Vachon controls the rebound as he sends it out to his own defenseman, and they clear it out to center ice. Back to get it will be Keuchel. Keuchel deep in his own end to Bubla. Bubla ahead for Linka. Linka, number 21 for Czechoslovakia, over the line. Linka now beating it off to the far board. Kozar out in front. It's loose in front. What a save there by Potvin as that puck was rolling towards the net. Now at the blue line, Aberman getting a little skating room. He takes the shot, and Vachon makes the save there. Now Keuchel shooting it, and it's Bobby Orr ahead for Perreault. Perreault and Orr to the line, and it's cleared in over the line as it was poked away from Perreault. Czechoslovakia coming back. Linka over the line, checked by Potvin. Potvin goes to the boards for the puck, and he comes to center ice. Potvin with Hull. Hull is over the line, back to Potvin. Potvin getting set in front of the net. He shoots, and he shot wide. Pollock in the corner for Czechoslovakia. It's sent to center ice. Aberman couldn't knock it down. Savard to Orr. Orr circling deep into his own end. Backhands a pass to center ice. Zion ahead for Hull. Intercepted by Keuchel. Malinka at center ice loses to Savard. Savard ahead for Zion. Zion down the right side. Takes a shot at a bad angle. Holacek grabs it. Hangs on. It'll be called for a face-off to his left.
Well, the fans a little upset about that. Really, when the goaltender holds onto the puck and there's no reason to hold on to it, where he can drop it and clear it to maybe one of his defensemen, then possibly he might get a warning from the official that that's delaying the game. And the fans weren't too happy about him holding onto the puck when there was really no reason to hold on to it, because his defenseman was standing there ready to clear the puck.
Number 5 there was Milan Galupa. Number 16, Josef Augusta. Part of this big line for Czechoslovakia, their best line in terms of scoring. And now, coming across the ice, out of camera range, there is Novak heading for the Maple Leaf Gardens clinic. There you see him. We'll try and get a report on his condition when it is available. Face-off will be to the left of the Czechoslovakian goal. Vladimir Zarula played the first period, had 4 goal scorers against him. Jesse Holacek, the goaltender now in the second period. Dvorak from the face-off behind his own net, leaves it for Stastny. Back to Dvorak. Dvorak ahead. Stastny at center ice, and the pass goes all the way down into the other end of the ice. I think we have 3 Stastnys out there now. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV.
Here we have Steve Shutt and McCosh into the boards. McCosh, whoops, taking his skates right into the boards. Really, perhaps we could have had a minor penalty there, but the official missed that infraction.
And there's Steve Shutt in the penalty box for elbowing at 9-12. 4-0, Team Canada leading. We're nearing the midway point of at least regulation time. Remind you that should this game be tied at the end of 60 minutes, they will play sudden death overtime. The power play for Czechoslovakia. Bubla, Keuchel will be the defenseman. Linka, Pollock, and also Aberman, number 25, playing the right side. The penalty killers, Sittler, Gainey, Potvin, and Lapointe from the face-off. They flip it over in front of the net, knocked down by Potvin. He clears it down the ice. Going after it is Keuchel along with Gainey, who's a great skater. Keuchel gets to it first. Stops behind his own net. Linka overskates the puck. He'll start out. Passing to the far side. At center ice, it's Bubla to Keuchel. Keuchel ducking by a check, but couldn't control it. The loose puck went to Hollick, and Hollick is forced back. Gainey doing a good job on Hollick as he chases him all over the ice. Hollick dropping it back. Linka starting up the right side. Linka at center ice, he's over the line. Linka going in on that net. Crowd is yelling for a penalty, and I believe they've got it. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Jerzy Bubla goes into the penalty box for tripping.
Bob Gainey trying to get at the puck carrier. He's tripped by the Czechoslovakian player, but the Czechoslovakian team were using their screens, trying to prevent Bob Gainey, who was doing an excellent job of killing the penalty, to get at the puck. And actually, he was tripped in trying to do his job, and the Czechoslovakian team draws the penalty.
Face-off will be outside the blue line. of Team Canada. Teams are at even strength. And we're just about ready now. Matt Pavlich will drop the puck, and Darryl Sittler gains the draw. Back to Bobby Orr. Ahead for Lanny McDonald. McDonald at center ice. McDonald working to the line, feeds it over the line, intended for Sittler. Sittler spun around on the play. And winding up and starting out was Aberman. Then he dropped the pass off. Linka at center ice. Linka working to the line along with Aberman. Linka still with that puck. He gets the shot away, gets the rebound, and Savard made a check on him before he could get a shot. Savard behind his own net. Savard standing there, feeds it off for Sittler, and beating him to the puck was Kalupa. Savard gets it again around to this side. McDonald relaying it up ice. And Kalupa will go back for it. Number 5 for Czechoslovakia. And his pass is intercepted by Sittler. And it comes back to Kalupa in front of the Czechoslovakian goal. Keuchel, he couldn't control it. Sittler ahead for McDonald. McDonald still in the center ice area. Ahead for Sittler. Sittler's over the line getting set. And it's dropping back. McDonald with his shot. It's deflected into the corner by Holacek. Keuchel going after on the boards on this side. Keuchel circling the net. Stopping. 8 seconds remaining in the penalty to shot. And Team Canada will have a 41-second manpower advantage, barring any further penalties. It's cleared down the ice into Team Canada territory. It's called on the icing. Well, it's Sittler-McDonald combination doing a great job again of checking.
Well, Sittler dropped the puck right into the slot. Lanny McDonald didn't waste any time. He shot the puck all in one motion. But here's Sittler dropping the puck. Lanny McDonald shoots all in one motion. Very good stop by Holacek. But Lanny didn't wait to get that puck away. He shot it as the pass came back into the slot from Darryl Sittler.
Phil Esposito out on the ice. Not played that much in this game. Been on for a couple of power plays. Now centering a line that includes Bobby Hull and Guy Lafleur. The point men, Potvin and Lapointe. 41 seconds left in the penalty to Bubla. 4-0. Team Canada leading. It's from the face-off. Dvorak behind his own net. Cuts in front. Still has the puck. Number 9, Dvorak. At center ice with Peter Stastny. Over the line, Dvorak working for the corner. Dvorak tried to feed it back to the point. There's nobody there. It's intercepted and cleared into the corner for Potvin. Potvin behind the net for Bobby Hull. He let it go for Esposito in the corner. Esposito winding up. Here he comes. Phil Esposito with Hull on one wing, Lafleur on the other. Over the line, intended for Potvin. Esposito moves in. It was offside. In any case, it'll be called for a face-off in the center ice area. Look at that look on Phil Esposito's face.
Well, he was a little upset at the drop of the puck, too, with the same linesman who dropped the puck. He was upset with the offside call, but he was upset on the previous draw where Team Canada lost possession of the puck in the Czechoslovakian zone.
Esposito looking at the clock. 11 seconds remaining in the penalty to Bubla. On the face-off, it's back into the Czechoslovakian end, fanning on it, and then putting it right into the official at the blue line. There's Kalupa. Kalupa and Esposito pushing and shoving a little as Hull comes back over the line. Hull, that's by the check of Dvorak. Hull going behind the net, still with that puck, looking for Esposito in front of the net. Here's the point shot, and a good save by Holacek. Czechoslovakia breaking out. Marian Stastny over the line. His shot drips into the crowd, and it'll be called for a face-off inside, about 20 feet inside the Team Canada blue line. There's Marian Stastny. Fine young hockey player. You're seeing him as these international games continue over the years. Some of the shoving against the board.
Well, Phil Esposito's been a little frustrated. He hasn't had much ice time. Wasn't able to get control of the puck from the face-off, and he's getting frustrated out there.
Gilbert Perreault working with Zion on one wing, and they'll do that face-off all over again. Shutt is out there on the left wing. Orr and Larry Robinson, the defensive pairing. And it's the Novi line for Czechoslovakia, including Augusta and Martinez. Pospisil and Makac, the point men, is from the face-off. It's Pospisil. It hops over his stick out into center ice. Augusta sending it back. Makac crossing the red center line, tried to feed it to the blue line. Novi forced to circle back. Novi for Czechoslovakia, getting in over the line. His pass to Augusta, dropped to Martinez. It goes all the way to the net, and Rogie Vachon alertly clears it off to Perreault. Perreault ahead for Zion. He loses it. Augusta against the boards, being checked by Dion and Perrault pins it there. Another face-off.
Well, this is the dangerous line for the Czechoslovakian team. Novi and Augusta and Martinets. We can't give them too much room or they're going to put the puck in the net. So they're checked very, very close. You saw Marcel Dion being very aggressive on Novi, not giving him too much room because he's one of the leading scorers in the tournament and he can put the puck in the net if you give him any time to shoot it at all.
7:22 remaining in the second period. All of the goal scoring in the first period. It is 4-0 Team Canada on goals by Perrault, Potvin, Orr, and Lafleur. The best news for Team Canada fans, the fact that Potvin, Orr, and Lafleur each got their first goals of the tournament. Clark facing off against Kalinka. Puck comes back into the Czechoslovakian end. That's Bubla, number 19. Circling with it is Clark in his usual role as a tenacious forechecker. Keuchel, rink-wide pass. Turning with it is Aberman. Aberman just couldn't get a pass to go to anybody. Leach drops it back to Orr, to Robinson. Robinson for Aberman, and or at least past Aberman. It goes all the way into the Czechoslovakian end. Keuchel starting out. Ahead for Alinka. Alinka, the far boards up to Hollick. Hollick over the line. Hollick trying to get it to Linka, and that was intercepted by Clark to Orr. Orr behind the net. Ahead, Barber relays it off the boards and down into Czechoslovakian territory. Could be icing here as Keuchel goes back for it. It'll be coming back into the Team Canada end for a face-off. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Clark facing off against Alinka. The puck is behind Team Canada's goal. Guy Lapointe. Lapointe working with Potvin on the defense at this moment. Starting out, feeds it off the board past Bill Barber all the way down into the Czechoslovakian end. Keuchel goes back. Icing will again be the call, and it'll come back to Team Canada's zone for a face-off. As has been the practice throughout this series, there will be Eskimo carvings given at the end of the game. Recipients of the Carling O'Keefe Award for Czechoslovakia in the series have been Milan Novi, Josip Bubla, Ivan Linka, Vladimir Zarilla against Team Canada in that great game, that 1-0 game, and Vladimir Martinets against Sweden on Saturday. Team Canada winners, Richard Martin, Bobby Orr, Bob Gainey, Rokitchian, Vachon, Bobby Orr again in that great game against the Soviet Union. There's a face-off and the shot from the blue line. Cleared out to center ice, Keuchel. Keuchel ahead for Hollick. Hollick ducking the check of Lafleur. Hollick still with that puck, doing a good job in the center ice area, but finally he loses it, and Schutt has it for Canada. Schutt feeding it in. Hollick and Novi collided. That's Hollick and Bubla, number 19. Now behind the net, Keuchel for Czechoslovakia. Keuchel standing behind his own net. Alinka skates by him. It's fed off into the corner. Now it's intercepted by Peter Mahovlich. He shot it wide of Schutt. Keuchel back for it for Czechoslovakia again. Another one of those helmets lying around. As coming out of his end is Keuchel. Keuchel from the blue line. The long shot on Rogie Vachon steered off to the far boards for Schutt. Schutt ahead, intended for Mahovlich. Lafleur goes after it. Lafleur gets the puck past Aberman. Rink-wide pass intended for Mahovlich. Intercepted by Keuchel, and he tried to headman it past Guy Lapointe for Aberman, and it didn't work. And the puck is back out to center ice. Gainey for Lafleur. Lafleur's over the line. There's a shot. Great save there on a blistering shot. Holacek just getting a pad on that one. Lapointe shooting it in. Holacek covers up. He'll hang on. He's done a lot of that in this game and been getting away with it.
Well, that's not really allowed in the rules, and I'm surprised that the official, he's done it now, that's 2 or 3 times in this period, has not warned him oftener about holding on to it, because there has to be pressure on him for him to hold the puck. If there's no pressure, then he's got to get rid of the puck. Otherwise, you should be called 2 minutes for delaying the game. And Team Canada, Bob Gainey going over to the official and questioning the goaltender holding the puck so often.
Augusta is facing off against Sittler, and they'll chase them out of there. Bob Gainey moves in against Martinets from the face-off. Pozar takes a good hit in there by McDonald. Puck comes back deep into the Czechoslovakian end, and Dvorak sends it back out to center ice. Stastny's over the line. Stastny taking a shot, and he appeared to break his stick. He did on that play, and it is at center ice with Sittler carrying the puck. Sittler over the line, trying to get it back to Savard. Sittler reaches for it again, and it deflected into the crowd and down the passageway on the far side. And with 4:40 remaining in the second period, they'll face off deep in the Czechoslovakian end. 4-0. Team Canada leading. No goals in the second period after a powerful burst of action on the part of Team Canada in the first period. Face-off will be near the top rim of the circle. Stastny facing off against Sittler. Here's Orr's shot, and that's steered into the corner by Holacek. Kalupa moving it along the boards for Augusta to center ice. Stastny has it. Stastny over the line. Stastny with Pozar. He drops it for Pozar, and Bobby Orr just walked up on the loose puck and is now got it at center ice. Orr along with Sittler over the line. Drops for McDonald. McDonald trying to sweep it by Dvorak. Dvorak just got his stick on it, or the heel of his skate. Now Orr, I don't think, a little kicking. I think Orr is saying that he was kicked. He certainly is not very pleased with the Czechoslovakian player, Dvorak. And he sort of signaled that by knocking the skates of Dvorak.
Well, the Czechoslovakian defenders, it really does frustrate the Canadian players when they get in front of them and interfere with them. And Bobby Orr, I believe, was trying to come out of his own zone. He was in deep. Trying to get an offensive advantage. Here he is dropping the puck, and Lanny McDonald, there we have the Czechoslovakian defender putting him in. He gives, Bobby Orr gives him a little shot with a stick. He comes back with his, and the two of them draw the penalty. But the Czechoslovakian players like to interfere, like to keep you from getting back in the play, not getting at the puck carrier, and that's very frustrating to players from North America.
Flashing the call, Orr and Kalupa face off, and the puck comes back into the Czechoslovakian end. So the two teams playing a man short. Dvorak coming out of his own end. Stastny over to the far side for Peter Stastny, and that got behind him, and he'll be forced to retreat. At center ice, that's Stastny. Dropping it back. Dvorak leaving it for Stastny again. Over to the far side for Bubla. Bubla gets by, or at least Hull. And then Gilbert Perreault in for checking, and Dvorak's forced to circle back. Dvorak over for Peter Stastny. Stastny to the far boards. His brother Bubla. And it's offside as they hit the line. The two penalties there were for slashing, by the way. Kalupa and Orr in there, and they have 1:20 remaining in the penalties. 3:38 remaining in the period.
Well, Scotty Bowman changing his lines very, very quickly here. We're going after 40 seconds. He's making the change. He doesn't want to get caught with tired hockey players out there when he has a comfortable lead.
There's Bill Barber hitting the line, but he's checked by Pospisil just as he got in. He got it again. Now it's Barber trying to get it in front of Gustav. Intercepted that. It's out over the line and back in with Barber trapped. He touched the puck, and the offside is called. You look down on this ice. I don't know whether our cameras can pick it up or not, but the perspiration is beginning to show, especially on the Czechoslovakian shirts. Just soaked right through it. Tremendously warm here in the Gardens in Toronto. Temperatures, we mentioned, over 30 degrees in Toronto today, and still all you heard all day long was hockey being talked about in the anticipation of this series. Potvin coming from his own end, number 6 for Team Canada. Potvin at center ice. Still with the puck as he hits the line, gives it to Barber. Barber getting set, his shot, gloved by Holacek, and he'll hang on. And the faceoff will be off to his right with 2:52 remaining. And we're talking about the tremendous fever that hockey has created across this country. Complan Research authenticated survey figures of the telecast Saturday night of the game between Team Canada and the Soviet Union. 10,713,500 watched that game. 47% of our population, 82% of the sets in Canada that were in use were tuned to that game on CTV. Incredible.
Well, hockey's important to people in Canada. Just about everybody, every family in this country is touched in some way by hockey, and it's very important to Canadians. Hockey is really a large part of our culture.
There's Scotty Bowman behind Team Canada's bench. On the face-off, Savard just bangs it against the boards. Dion turning in close quarters. Zion circling into the corner, being checked by Keuchel, gets it out in front. It's intercepted there, and it's Holick. Holick ducking by the check of Zion. Mahavlich moves in on him. He gets the pass ahead. And now coming over the line is Bubla. Bubla against the board, shooting it rink wide. Holick has it there. Holick getting around Savard, but he's at a bad angle. He'll circle back to the boards. To Alinka. Alinka put it right through the crease. Keuchel moves in. Keuchel makes a move on Zion. Keuchel getting a shot away, and it's Robinson who puts a stick to it. To Zion. Zion out to center ice. At center ice, it's Orr over the line. Orr getting set. There's the backhand shot, and just cutting down the angle very neatly was Holacek. Now it's cleared out to center ice. Alinka couldn't control it, and Savard goes back for it. Savard behind his own net. Savard moving the puck up the boards, out to center ice. The loose puck picked up by Holick, and he skims it back into his own end. Bubla. Bubla out to center ice. Keuchel finally with it. Keuchel takes the slap shot on Rogie Vachon. It's kicked into the corner, and Bobby Orr to Clark. To Robinson at center ice. Robinson along with Zion. Zion gets the pass, and Holick just took it away from him. Holick ahead for Alinka. Alinka over the line, being checked by Clark. Alinka goes to the backhand, puts it into the slot, and Bobby Orr intercepted it. The center ice for Clark. Clark takes a hit from Bubla. Keuchel moves in, picks up the loose puck. Keuchel looking for Aberman as he goes down that right side. And it went right by him. Rogie Vachon steps out, feeds it off to the far boards. Stastny has it. Stastny checked by Larry Robinson. He kicks it to the blue line, but not out. Now here's a shot just wide of the net, taken by number 25 for Czechoslovakia, Bohuslav Aberman. The puck is out to center ice. Dvorak goes down. Puck is loose. Less than a minute remaining in the period. 4-0. Team Canada is leading. Peter Stastny over to the far side. Kalupa shooting it in. After it is Pozar. Pozar checked by Clark, and the puck is flipped into the crowd. And another face-off result. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Face-off just a couple of feet inside the rim of the circle. Peter Stastny will face off against Darryl Sittler. From the face-off, ahead for McDonald. He gets it out to center ice. It's Kalupa shooting it through the line. Stastny trying to control it in the close quarters. Ran into a teammate, Marianne Stastny, his brother, and the puck is flipped back out to center ice again. Now it's Sittler. Sittler over the line. Sittler with Gainey breaking too quickly on the left side. Offside. The crowd didn't like the call, but Gainey was 2 strides in. And the face-off will result outside the Czechoslovakian end. There's Bob Gainey, one of the best checkers in hockey today. On the face-off, it's Guy Lapointe shooting it in. Dvorak back to get it with 23 seconds left in the period. He feeds it straight up ice to Pozar. Pozar to Stastny. Stastny on the far side. This is Marianne Stastny with Pozar breaking for the net. He clears it over. It's loose in front of the net. A good play made there by Pozar. Out to the point. Kalupa taking a shot, and Rogie Vachon got a stick on that. Now McDonald with 5 seconds left. McDonald shooting it in, and that will be the end of the period. Siren goes, and Team Canada, Czechoslovakia play the second period of the game. Scoreless. It remains Team Canada 4, Czechoslovakia nothing.
Well, it looks like the move by changing the goaltenders for Czechoslovakia did have some effect in that Team Canada was not able to score on Holacek. But nevertheless, they don't have to get the goals at this point. They're dumping it in, making all the safe plays, forcing the Czechoslovakian team to come to them.
All right, 4-0. Canada leading Czechoslovakia. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Face-off will be at center ice. Bobby Clark's line out there for Team Canada against Novi, Augusta, and Martinez. From the face-off, it's back for Pospisil. Pospisil trying to feed it ahead. Novi back for Makac. Over to the far side. Pospisil ahead, intended for Novi, intercepted by Barber. Barber's over the line. Clark trying to catch up on the play. The backhand shot knocked down by Makac as he got in the way. Goes into the corner. Augusta pins it in there along with Reggie Leach, and the face-off will be deep in the Czechoslovakian end. Holacek in goal for Czechoslovakia. He came in the second period to start the second period, replacing Zarilla, who had played the first 20 minutes.
Well, here's Scotty Bowman making the quick change again after only 23 seconds of the period, making a quick change, getting fresh troops out in the ice.
Czechoslovakia remains the same. Mahavlich now facing off against Novi as Pospisil moves in, takes it behind the net, out to the blue line. Martinez leaving it for Novi. Novi over the line. As they crisscross, Novi now trying to find Augusta in front of the net. And the shot, I think, was just a bit wide. Into the corner. Potvin for Team Canada. Out to center ice, right past Mahavlich. Pospisil knocks that one down. Novi over the line for Augusta. Augusta chased into the corner by Lapointe. Out in front, intended for Novi, and he took a hit from Schutt just as he was trying to get the shot away. And it comes all the way back into the Czechoslovak end. Makach around the net. Broke his stick. Kicks it out to center ice. Potvin to Lapointe. Lapointe moving up his zone. Gives to Mahavlich. Mahavlich with Lafleur going for the net. Lafleur shoots, and a good save by Holacek. Halinka picking up the rebound. Halinka out to center ice. It's right past Bobby Hull, and it's Lapointe at his own line to Hull. Hull kicking it ahead. Halinka picking it up at his own line. Keuchel turning. Keuchel inside his own end for Bubla. Bubla relayed that pass. Halinka sends it back into the Czechoslovakian end as Perreault is in for checking. Bubla up the right side. Bubla over the line along with Hollick. Bubla trying to get the pass to Hollick, intercepted by Bobby Hull. Hull turning and coming up ice. The rink-wide pass intended for Gilbert Perreault, and it's offside as Perreault preceded the puck over the line. And the face-off will be outside the Czechoslovak end. We've played 1 minute and 48 seconds here in the third period. 4-0. Team Canada is leading. And there's Marcel Dion, who has not seen very much of center ice in this tournament. He was shifted to a wing position during the exhibition series.
Here we have Peter Mahavlich throwing the nice pass through to Guy Lafleur, whose backhand almost got by Holacek. Lapointe, Mahavlich, both with good passes before Lafleur was able to get the opportunity.
Larry Robinson clears it into the Czechoslovakian end. That's Sittler digging in there along with Kalupa. The puck is loose and swooping in and picking it up and sending it away is Chernik. One of his rare appearances on the ice. McDonald back inside his own end. Number 12 for Team Canada to Bobby Orr to Larry Robinson to Gainey. Gainey just poked it out to center ice. Peter Stastny over the line, and he's checked by Darryl Sittler, and the puck comes back into the Czechoslovak end. Dvorak deep in his own end. Over for Kalupa on this side. Kalupa is really belted by Lanny McDonald. Is out to the blue line. Robinson feeding it back in. Stastny trying to work it up the board. Sittler takes a good hit in there by Chernik. And the puck is out to center ice. Orr backhands the pass to McDonald. McDonald gulps it in, and it hit the official in the face, I believe. Gordie Lee just over the line, and that puck seemed to deflect up on him. Great concern from 3 members of Team Canada. Robinson down on his knees, along with Bobby Orr. The puck deflected up on him as it was being cleared over the line, and he just went down as if he'd been poleaxed. Cirillo off the bench, number 1. Right inside next to Lincoln, number 21. And we'll just have to wait and see. One of those unfortunate things. Gordie Lee is now heading for the clinic. That's Lefty Wilson leading him there.
While he has the towel on his head, it looks like he's been cut. Lanny McDonald was trying to throw that puck in the end, and it hit the official. Perhaps a deflection up on top of the head.
This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Back at Maple Leaf Gardens, Ron Roche along with Tom Watt. Canada leading 4-0, and we have a delay, and an interesting situation crops up here. There is a standby official where Ron Andrews is checking out to see who he is now. Gordie Lee, if he cannot come back, the replacement for him must be an agreeable one to both teams. Now there is Carol Good on the right there with a lighter suit. Perhaps we can see what happened here. Watch the upper left-hand portion of your picture here. Now Lanny McDonald getting the puck. He shoots it. There's the referee. Flicks up, and you can see the puck there, and there's the referee against the boards, and down he goes. bumping to the ice, and it's one of those things.
Well, it's very difficult for the officials, especially on a rink like Maple Leaf Gardens and some of the major rinks in North America, where the glass is completely around the rink except for in front of the players' benches. For them, a lot of times they have to grasp that glass, get high up, get out of the way. Team Canada was pressing, forechecking. The puck came around the boards. Lanny McDonald trying to throw that puck in, keep the forechecking pressure on, and he was ringing the boards, and really there was no place for Gordie Lee to go, and unfortunately he was hit high on the head with that puck.
Well, we just had a report. Apparently Lee will be taking about 20 stitches. A nasty wound. Those scalp wounds or head wounds can be that way. Ove Dahlberg is the backup official. He will be taking his place on the ice. Dahlberg from Sweden. There is Ove Dahlberg, number 4, the new official, the new referee for the game, as play is underway. Here in the third period, 7:14 remaining in the first half of the period as Bobby Orr shoots it in on the backhand. Czechoslovakia sending it back out to the line. Bobby Clark intercepted that one, goes to the boards after it, gives it to Leach. Leach with Barber moving into the area in front of the net, but Leach couldn't get a pass away. He's tied up, and Novi sends it to center ice. Bobby Clark waiting for Leach to get onside, then shoots it in. Martinez clearing it past Augusta down the ice, and it'll go right through the crease, and there'll be no icing on that as it crossed through the crease. Many of the fans calling for the icing, not knowing the rule. Puck is cleared around. To Leach on the far side, out to center ice. Pospisil tries to pin it in, and as it was apparently in the view of the official at least covered up, it will be called for a face-off in the center ice area.
Well, European officials, as referee Dahlberg, when the puck gets around the boards, if there's any kind of confusion at all, they like to blow that whistle quick. Don't create the incident with another man moving in to kind of get a check after the puck has been killed. They don't like that happening in the hockey game. They tend to blow the whistle a little faster than do officials in North America.
Face-off outside Team Canada's line. Hlinka facing off against Mahovlich. We've mentioned we have a new referee in the game. His name is Ove Dahlberg. I've been covering international hockey since 1964, and I can remember him as far back as that. He's an experienced official from Sweden. Deep into the Czechoslovakia now. Bubla trying to clear it out. Lapointe stops it at the blue line. Mahovlich giving the shot. There's that big shot. The rebound, and it hopped over Lafleur's stick. Good save by Holacek on the initial blast from Steve Shutt. Aberman coming out of his own end to Bubla. Bubla fakes the shot. Lapointe goes after him, and it goes off Lapointe's stick to the side of the net. Getting out in front again. 2 shots taken by Bubla. A third shot, and down is Potvin. He scoops it underneath him. And we'll have another face-off. 5:54 remaining in the first half of this third period. 4-0 Canada leading.
Well, Bubla was the one that led the attack, and actually Eberman headbanded the puck to him, and Bubla is a defenseman. But Bubla is one defenseman with the Czechoslovakian team that likes to take off. He likes to move right up there. Anytime he sees an offensive opportunity, he's not afraid to move in. And he was right in on Rogie Vachon's doorstep, trying to get that first goal for the Czechoslovakian team.
From the face-off, Peter Stastny tried to get it back to his point man, and that was intercepted by Bob Gainey. He pulls his way down over the line. Here's a backhand shot by Lanny McDonald, and with Gainey and Sittler right in front of him, this time Holacek hung on. And the face-off will be to Holacek's right.
Here we have Bubla moving right in, taking that first shot. Rogie Vachon goes down. The rebound comes out. Rogie doing a good job.
Back to live action out to the point. Here's Robinson's shot, and down on his knees is Holacek. Over to the far side, it's Dvorak. To this side for Kalupa, there'll be a penalty, and it's going against, I believe, Darryl Sittler. We'll see. Ove Dahlberg making his first call.
No, the penalty is to Chernik, and it's that typical interference again. Chernik interfered with Darryl Sittler, moved him right to the boards, out of the play almost, so that he couldn't do his forechecking, and it was an interference call, and this again is what the Czechoslovakian team likes to do. They like to move in front of the forecheckers, take them out of the play, and referee Dahlberg, rightly so, called it interference.
Game at 4:23 of this third period. The interference to call. And the face-off with Team Canada on the power play, and Phil Esposito out there once again, and he got the draw so cleanly that it went by Bobby Orr right at the point. And Orr has to go back for it. Orr behind his net, leaving for Potvin. Potvin starting out on the right side. Circling back, Potvin still with that puck, controlling it, feeds it around the boards, and he threw the puck away as it turned out. Makac at the point, taking a shot, knocked down by Potvin in front of the net. Potvin, the center ice. Potvin feeding it off. Perreault breaks in over the line, feeds it back. Hull moving into the slot, and he just couldn't knock that down. Orr golfing it back in offside. And we'll have a face-off outside the blue line, or are they going to call the intentional offside? They are going to call the intentional offside.
Well, that would be questionable, too. Bobby Orr moved up very, very quickly trying to keep the puck in, and he was a little late keeping it in, but whether or not it was intentional or not, he had to move up to keep the puck in so the pressure could be kept on, but he was just a little late at the blue line.
Intentional offside brings the face-off down into Team Canada's territory, similar to what would happen on an icing infraction. Now here's Bobby Hull starting it out of his own end along with Perreault on the other side. Shot around the boards. Perreault going after it. He lets it go to the blue line, or stops it at the line. It ends up out in the center ice area. And now what is the call? Dahlberg currently has some difficulty with his skate. I think he's broken the blade. To whistle it dead that quickly, he has broken the blade on his skate. What else can happen?
There it is.
I'll tell you, we've had some...
There's a rivet there at the bottom, and the skate's coming off.
Well, now what do we do if he doesn't have a backup pair of skates?
Well, King Clancy's at the game. He's an old whistleblower. We'll give him his whistle and the striped shirt and send him out there.
He is taking off the skate down at the penalty bench. Boy, we've seen it all. Hockey is a very, very free-flowing, quick a quick game. There goes Dahlberg into the passageway, and he's on his way to the skate sharpener's room, I suppose. Look at the reactions from the people in the crowd.
Well, a little baling wire, bubble gum, little white tape.
Well, apparently the report from downstairs is they're still stitching Gordie Lee up. And they're past 15, so that was a nasty, nasty thing that happened to him. And we're now awaiting the return of Ove Dahlberg with either another skate or a repaired boot and skate. Bobby Orr, twice Carling O'Keefe winner of an Eskimo carving here in this series. Who will be our most valuable player in this game? Orr deserves a look, of course, a goal and an assist. There's Bobby Crom. Crom has been working very closely with Scotty Bowman at the bench level. On the headsets to Don Cherry, who is scouting from above, or viewing the game from above. Tom, you're a coach. How would that work out?
I think there's no question about it. When you have another pair of eyes to watch the game from up above and you have extra help, I think it's coming in hockey where we're going to have multiple coaches. Philadelphia had great success with it. While other sports do, I feel that certainly this is the trend in hockey, and the more hands you have to run a hockey club. Well, really, you look at a hockey club, they've got 20 hockey players, and a lot of teams have one coach. As you look at a football team, they have maybe 35 players, 4 and 5 coaches. So it can't hurt you.
There's Artie Johnson, a very familiar face who knows exactly what to do when he gets in front of a camera. There's Ove Dahlberg back on the ice now, I suppose with another skate. And that skate seems to be giving him just a little bit of trouble. And we should be set to go. What can happen next? All of the scoring in the first period: Perreault, Potvin, Orr, and Lafleur. Orr has a goal and an assist. The Orr goal came on a power play. His first of the tournament. He has a total of 9 points now. And the face-off, we're still on a power play with 1:10 remaining in the penalty to Chernik. And Phil Esposito's chased out of there, and Gilbert Perreault, who can do the job equally as well, takes over. Bobby Orr has the puck. Flips it over the line through the legs of Esposito. Esposito pokes it into the corner, stops the attempted clearing by the Czech player, and it's cleared all the way down the ice. Bobby Orr, stand corrected, Ron Anders has 8 points. As Esposito picks up the puck behind his net. Potvin back to Esposito. Esposito getting it caught up in his skates, and Linka sends it back to Keuchel. Keuchel shooting it up ice, and Rogie Vachon will step out of his net and leave it for Orr. And Orr coming to center ice. Bobby Orr still with that puck, bringing things to his speed. Hull over the line. Hull getting set now, and it's poked away from him on a good defensive move by Keuchel. Esposito moves in. Esposito looking for Hull, and Hull beautifully tied up as he tried to get the shot away. Orr now clearing it in front. Esposito tried to relay it towards the net, and it's deflected wide into the corner. Potvin moves in. Potvin taking a good hit from Bubla behind the net for Hull. Esposito's out in front. He tried to flip it to Esposito, and it was intercepted. Orr back to Hull in the corner. Hull dead to Perreault with Esposito still out in front. It's cleared away by Hollick. Keuchel clearing it down the ice as Chernik returns to the ice. Icing will be the call on the face-off back in the Czechoslovak end. 3:30 remaining in the first half of the third period. Canada 4, Czechoslovakia nothing. There's Chernik, who has not played very much in this game. Fresh out of the penalty box. And with the teams at even strength, the two Stastny brothers are out there along with Pozar, and Team Canada will have the forward line led by Bobby Clark. That's Barber and Leach, the wingman. And I think Guy Lapointe is coming off the ice. Yes, he will be replaced by Serge Savard. Robinson will remain on the right point. And we're ready. Puck is dropped from the face-off into the corner. Chernik to Dvorak. Ahead, Stastny. Stastny shooting it down to the Team Canada blue line. That's Savard. Savard to the far boards. At center ice, Savard losing it. Clark gets it. Clark over the line. There's Leach back to Clark in his skates. He tried to get it over for Barber, and that was intercepted. And Czechoslovakia with Peter Stastny leading the rush up the right side. Stastny ridden out of the play by Savard, and Clark goes in after the loose puck. Clark along the boards. Past Barber, moving after it is Robinson, 2-on-1 with Leach. Robinson over the line, only Dvorak back. Leach gets the pass, he shot it over the top of the net and into the crowd.
Well, Larry Robinson making a very good play when that puck came loose out of the Team Canada zone. He turned on the jets, picked it up. Here we see Gordie Lee, who's coming back. Whether or not he's going to officiate in the game, but he's certainly out of the hospital. He's had his stitches. Here we have him moving out of the gate and onto the ice.
Well, Gordie Lee is on the ice. He is just heading for the other room, the referee's room, very quickly. Good news that he is able to go under his own steam. It's from the face-off. Robinson right in front. Peter Mahovlich took a whack at it, and the puck ends up on Martinez's stick. Out to the blue line. Novi back to Martinez. Number 10 for Czechoslovakia at center ice. He bounces it in, and Vachon steps out. Out to the blue line. Pospisil right on the net, and Rogie Vachon didn't see that to the last possible moment. Novi against the boards, along with Martinez. Lafleur digging it loose, flipping it around the glass to the far side. Pospisil knocking it down, puts it right on Potvin's stick. Potvin muscling it out to center ice. Peter Mahovlich turned around, and Novi comes back over the line. Here's Augusta with the puck, back to Novi, and he was checked out of the play by Mahovlich. Good job on the part of Mahovlich as the puck is sent to center ice. Makac shooting it right back in again, offside. A player was trapped, and another face-off will result with 1:58 remaining to the midway point of the period when they'll change ends.
Well, there you see Peter Mahovlich, and he did do a good job. When that pass came across, he stayed right with his man. He didn't wander once the puck got inside the zone, and he was able to tie him up as the puck came across in front of Rogie Vachon. The Czechoslovakian player was not able to get a shot. Good coverage by Peter.
And behind him you saw Bobby Crom with those headsets on, in communication with coaches in the crowd, mostly Don Cherry. Savard leading it up ice over the line. McDonald takes a check. He bounces it in front of the net with Sittler cruising in front. Holacek again holds. Face-off will be to his right. know, we started off this series worrying a little about the defense of Team Canada. And the old line in football, hockey, or whatever, says defense wins championships. And that has been irreproachable in the last 3 or 4 games. The last 3 leading into this one and this one as well. Alinka in his own end. Bubla, number 19, against the boards on this side, beating it past Alinka, and it's McDonald. Pollock dropping it back into his own end. Bubla, Aberman, Pollock going in over the line. Pollock trying to get set with a shot, and it was McDonald who rode him out of the play, and Orr has it. Orr being checked there by Pollock. And as it's covered up, it'll be called for a face-off with 1:08 remaining to the midway part of the period. And another change as over the boards comes Bobby Clark on his line.
We had a little look at Erie Hollick, and he's played one of the strongest games he's played in this series. He's broke in a few times, has been dangerous every time. Team Canada have taken him and checked him very, very well to keep him off the score sheet.
Well, the face-off, Buck kicks a couple of whacks at it before he gets it to Potvin. Potvin along the boards. Barber was hit. Puck pops free and out to center ice. Less than a minute remaining in the first half of the period. Stastny, Marian Stastny, checked from behind by Clark. Clark bangs it off the boards, back into the Czechoslovakian end. That's Dvorak. Dvorak clearing at the center ice. Racing after it is Chernik. Chernik, some fresh legs for Czechoslovakia as he goes deep into the Team Canada end. Chernik chased out of the play by Denny Potvin. Puck comes out to the blue line. Kalupa trying to work it in, and Bobby Clark comes up with it to Barber. Barber over the line along with Robinson, and offside was Robinson. Half a stride, too quick on the left wing. And the face-off will be outside the line again.
Scotty Bowman making an interesting change here with 31 seconds left in the first half, and perhaps of this third period, perhaps wanting better defensive strength. He substituted Larry Robinson, made him a forward. He wants that extra heavy checking on the side, trying to protect this lead that he has going into the last part of the hockey game.
Well, Larry Robinson played some wing positions, left and right wing, for Scotty Bowman during the regular season last year in the National Hockey League, and scored 4 or 5 goals from that position. He's a good skater, and he, of course, has that weight and that size that makes him a tremendous checker. Here's Peter Mahovlich trying to get it out in front. Holacek down, and Lafleur getting it. Lafleur to Mahovlich. Mahovlich getting set in front, and it was just poked away from him, and Bobby Orr gets it. Orr just shoots it weakly towards the net that got all the way past. Here's Mahovlich getting set the shot, and Holacek standing up straight on the play, had it go off his shoulder and behind the net. Team Canada forechecking well. Savard getting it at center ice. Savard ducking by a couple of checks, and the horn goes to end the first half of the third period. Team Canada leading 4-0. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Play just underway, and from the face-off, puck is cleared to center ice. As we enter the final 10 minutes of regulation play in this game, Bobby Orr checking Augusta against the boards. Marcel Dion moving in close quarters. He goes down, and it's Savard. Savard spinning around, trying to get the puck free. There's going to be a penalty. As out at center ice, it's Dion. There goes the goaltender, Rogie Vachon, and it's called on the outside. And the face-off will be outside the blue line as Team Canada now will play with a man advantage. Shots on goal through the first 10 minutes of the period. Canada 6, Czechoslovakia 2. So Team Canada with a considerable edge in the play. And now we'll have the extra man. Penalty coming at the 24-second mark of this half of the period. We have 9:36 remaining.
Well, certainly to take a penalty at this time, your team behind 4-0, 9 minutes. And here we have a look at him dumping Marcel Dion. But certainly taking a penalty at this point of the game, it's very difficult for the Czechoslovakian team to mount any offense so late in the hockey game.
Dion to Orr. Orr passing to Potvin to Bobby Hull. Back to Potvin with only one man to beat. Potvin is hit, and is he hit by Makat. Puck comes out to the blue line. Perreault ducking by a couple of checks, and the puck ends up out at center ice. Noby with his first penalty of the tournament. He is off with 1:32 remaining in it. Hull goes down as he crosses the line, checked by Pospisil and Denny Potvin. Potvin leaving it for Perreault. Perreault elects to leave it for Potvin to Orr. Orr to Perreault. Right by Perreault to Hull. And Hull clears it in with Perreault breaking, and offside will be the call again. penalty came at 10:24. Novi for high sticking. 8:52 left in regulation time. There's a good check thrown on Potvin.
Bang. Well, Makash is one of the heavy hitters for the Czechoslovakian team. He plays the body very, very well. But Denny Potvin in this series has been handing out some excellent checks too, especially the last game against the Soviet Union. So, two solid boys beating head on.
Good mid-ice check. On the face-off, Leach to Orr. Orr just slowing things up as he gets people going. Now he has Barber at center ice ahead for Leach. Leach tried to break past Keuchel, and Keuchel just took him out of the play. Esposito around the boards to the far side. Leach having trouble controlling it. Aberman moves in. It's cleared past the goal into the corner on this side, and Keuchel goes after it along with Esposito. Esposito trying to control it. He does. Out to the point. Here's Bobby Orr winding up the shot. What a shot as he picked the upper corner. And I think Holacek is still looking for that one. He did not see it at all with the screen.
Well, here it comes out to the point, and you see Bubla fighting with Reggie Leach in the crease, taking Holacek's concentration off the puck. The puck went in the high corner. Whether or not it touched Leach on the way in, it was very difficult to tell, but it was a very good shot. But Bubla and Leach fencing in that goal crease really interfered with the goaltender, and he had no chance on the shot. But a very good shot from the point by Bobby Orr.
There's the hand for Bobby Orr. His second goal, his second power play goal. Esposito and LaPointe draw the assist. Comes to the 11:35 mark of the period. And play is underway with Canada leading 5-0. Robinson at center ice, flipping it ahead. After it is McDonald. He's offside. And it'll be brought back out into the center ice area. It's actually about 4 feet to the Team Canada side of the red center line. Bobby Orr. This is the most goals that Team Canada has scored since the very first game of the tournament. What a time to get the offense rolling. They beat Finland in that first game 11-2. They lead 5-0 here. Gainey getting it to center ice. Fed back. Stastny. Marian Stastny circling to Peter Stastny. And he puts it right onto Gainey's stick, and he feeds to an open wing. They're back into Team Canada territory. Potvin going back after it along with Chernik. Chernik number 14. Been playing much of this third period after not playing at all through the first 2 periods. Here's Sittler over the line, drops it to McDonald. There's his shot, that's wide of the net. Going after it on the far boards is Gainey. Gainey to Sittler. Sittler takes a check. After it is Kalupa. Kalupa trying to clear it. Gets it to Stastny. Out to center ice, Marian Stastny, number 18. Over the line. Stastny working for the net. Goes against the boards. Sittler, he's checked. Comes out in front, and there's a shot taken by Dvorak, and it went off the leg back out to center ice, and Kalupa goes back for it. Team Canada changing on the fly as Stastny feeds it back behind the net. Kalupa back there, along with Dvorak. Dvorak's number 9. He leaves it for Kalupa, and doing a good job as they put it right through the crease. Steve Shutt. Now it's Orr circling with it at center ice. He clears it right back in again, and Shutt digs in after it along with Kalupa. And that one hopped over the dasher and into the crowd, and there'll be a face-off. 5-0 the score. The goals in this game. Bobby Orr has 2 of them, plus an assist. Hero, Potvin, and Lafleur have the others. The Czechs had not given up a power play goal in the first 4 games of this tournament. They've had 4 scored against them in the last 2 games. The 2 cost them the game against Sweden by Börje Salming, and then 2 in this game. At center ice, Peter Mahovlich shooting it to the line and hit Dahlberg, the referee. Cleared all the way back. Makac behind his own net. There's a pass Pospisil out to center ice, and Bobby Orr skating back for it. Orr. Checked by Augusta, got it to center ice for Mahovlich. Mahovlich over the line with Lafleur. Mahovlich taking his time, drops to Lafleur, the quick wrist shot, and that one is off the glove of Holacek behind the net. Makac checked by Mahovlich. Shutt in there checking as well. Mahovlich pinning it against the board. Shutt moves in. He has it. Along the boards for Savard. Savard clears it back to Shutt in the corner. Shutt moving out in front now to Mahovlich. He shoots. Rebound. And it's cleared out to center ice by the defense. Good play there by both Shutt and Mahovlich as they forechecked very well and came up with the puck. This has been the key, really, to the defense of Team Canada, has been their work in the other end. Puck is cleared all the way down the ice. Back to get it is Bakach, icing the call with 5:56 remaining in regulation time. It'll come back down for a face-off in the Team Canada zone.
Well, Bobby Orr just dumped that puck out of his own zone. It's very difficult in the last 10 minutes here. Their bench is furthest from the end they're defending, and it's tough to change on the fly. Without a break in the action, he just dumped that puck out, wanting to get fresh teammates over the boards, get that change.
Face-off will be to the left of Rogetty and Vachon. From the face-off, well, they'll do it again. Perreault got in there. And out they go. At least out goes Perreault. Malinka will stay there. And one thing about the way the lines are set up here, all you do is send another centerman in. This time Marcel Dion. Puck comes back to the goal. Rogie Vachon leaving it for Robinson. Got into the corner on the far side. Aberman. Aberman trying to feed it back. And the loose puck is picked up by Bobby Hull to Dion to Perreault. Perreault down the right side. Over the line offside. Dion breaking very quickly up the middle. And again, we'll have a face-off on the play outside the check line this time with 5:42 left. And a lot of offsides in this period. 6 of them. Who was that? One on his tail. One of the linesmen drew a rise from the crowd. 6 of them against Canada. 1 against Czechoslovakia. In this particular instance, I think it's because Canada has been advancing the puck more. Pollock. Inside his own end, cutting in front of his own goal. Forechecking is Dion. Now Perreault moves in as the puck is behind the net. And it's Pospisil for Czechoslovakia. Keuchel. Keuchel at center ice. Keuchel's over the line. Hull checks him. And it's back out to center ice. Perreault to Dion all alone. Dion with only Hollick. The bait, he shoots and he shot it wide from the backhand. Malinka against the boards to center ice. It's knocked down out there by Perreault to Dion again. And had he been breaking for the net, he'd have been in home free again. Now it's Bobby Hull out in front, and that pass intended for Perreault was intercepted by Keuchel to Alinka over to the far side for Aberman, and it's Hull. Hull is checked. Alinka trying to get it out in front. They try to shoot at it, and Rogie Vachon just scooped it away. Vachon very alert as that puck was lying loose at the side of the net. Hull out over the line. Alinka to Aberman. Alinka working for the net on the backhand. He's pulled down from behind, and Bobby Hull will be drawing a penalty as Dion picks it up in the corner. Bobby Hull for hooking, I believe. And Team Canada will play a man short with 4:38 left. This is Canada Cup 76 on CTV. Bobby Hull with his first penalty. Here it is.
Here he is reaching around Holinka, grabbing him by the arm with the stick, pulling him right off the puck, and it is Bobby Hull's first penalty of the series. But it was a hook.
They're trying to protect a shutout for Rogie Vachon if they can. Now they chase Stastny out of there. Both of them will go out. Also Sittler. And they are trying to do that, I imagine, the rest of the game if there's something of the nature of a chance comes for Czechoslovakia. It's 5-0 right now. It's Chernik. Chernik feeding it back into the corner. Trying to clear it out in front and it deflected wide of the net over to the far side. Marian Stastny. Stastny against the far boards, out to the blue line for Dvorak. Dvorak stick handling it along the line. Back to Stastny, getting set in front. He shot it wide as Rogie Vachon was out and cut down the angle. Kalupa along the line, feeding it in for Chernik. Chernik out in front and went right by Marian Stastny to the far side. Dvorak checked there by Barber. Still can keep one hand on the stick and the puck, and Chernik goes after it. Bobby Orr golfs it along the boards, and it comes out to center ice. Dvorak cutting deep into his own end as in forechecking is Bill Barber. Ahead for Stastny. Stastny shooting it up ice, and Darryl Sittler goes after it. He kicks it down into the Team Canada end. 3:43 left in regulation play. Against the board, Sittler. Sittler to Barber. Barber clears it out to center ice. Bobby Orr racing after it. And beating him to it is Kalupa. He cuts back into his own end. 51 seconds left in the penalty. Ahead for Stastny, Peter Stastny, and he couldn't control it. Sittler gets it again at center ice. Controlling the puck as Gainey comes off the bench. Sittler clearing it in. He'll head for the bench. Out comes Lanny McDonald. Gainey in forechecking. Gainey still after his man. Now moving in is Novi to assist. He clears it around the boards to this side to Dvorak. Dvorak to Novi behind the net. Novi starting out, forecheck by Gainey, clears it ahead, past Augusta, past Dvorak, and Team Canada in possession as Potvin sends it back. Larry Robinson. Robinson starting to pass it, banned on it, now clears it down into the Czechoslovakian end with 12 seconds left in the penalty to Bobby Hull. Rink wide pass, Augusta. Down the left side, Augusta. He's checked as he hit the line. Gainey swoops in. Dvorak heading for the bench, knocks that down. McDonald, as Bobby Hull comes back on the ice, clears it down into the Czechoslovakian end. We have 2:31 remaining. Kalupa behind his own net for Czechoslovakia. Kalupa ahead for Augusta at center ice. Potvin, Augusta, Pospisil, Novi back in his own end. Novi beating it off to the far side. Off the boards, Pospisil. Pospisil ahead for Augusta. Augusta at center ice for Novi. Novi's over the line. Digging after it is Robinson. Robinson around the board. Shutt knocks it down on the far boards. He takes the check from Makac. Moving in at Martinez. 2 minutes left in the game. At least regulation time. 5-0 we should say the game. As Martinez goes behind the net, he's checked by Potvin. It's chopped into the corner. Potvin goes after it along with Martinez. Behind the goal, cleared out to the side of the net by Novi. And it's Robinson moving in. He fires it off the boards down the ice. Icing will be the call. And it'll come back down for a face-off in the Team Canada zone.
Well, what's been very effective for Team Canada throughout the series, when they've been killing penalties and they've yet to have a shorthanded goal scored against them, they've been forechecking very well. Rather than having their forwards simply turn and come back with the wings, their forwards have been going after the opposition, delaying them, forechecking, working hard, trying to get possession of the puck, and has thrown the Czechoslovakian team off their power play tonight. Certainly, it's been very, very effective.
The face-off, into the corner it goes. Perreault. Perreault behind his own net. Beats it along for Savard. Savard ducking by a check, beats it out. Keuchel knocks it down. Savard goes after it and controls it again. Savard over the line. Linka goes back for it. Holacek leaving it behind his own net. Holacek beating it across in front of his own net. Mahavlich goes down. Swooping back for it. And starting out for Czechoslovakia is Aberman. He's intercepted by Lafleur. Lafleur back in his own end with exactly 1 minute remaining. Or to Mahavlich. 2-on-1 with Lafleur. Mahavlich shoots the rebound out in front. And Keuchel knocks it down. Mahavlich gets it again from Lafleur out in front, and the defenseman covered up along with Holacek. Halenka clearing it past his own goal to Keuchel. 45 seconds left. And crowd beginning to stand and cheer. Hollick in the corner. Lafleur to Perreault. Perreault out in front. And is cleared down the ice by Czechoslovakia. And icing will be the call. The face-off with 31 seconds remaining will be to the right of the Czechoslovakian goal. 5-0. Canada remaining. We're leading with the 31 seconds left. Well, got the odd fan now heading for the exit. It's been an impressive performance on the part of Team Canada. Eventually we'll get a smile from Scotty Bowman behind that bench. From the face-off, it's Kalupa just having trouble getting away from the checking. Sittler in there for checking is sent down the ice. Potvin picking it up in his own end. Potvin starting out with 14 seconds left. It's back for Dvorak with 10 seconds left. Listen to this crowd. Off the glass. Picked up by Potvin. 4 seconds. Potvin shoots the rebound. They score. Yes, it is a goal. The red light went on along with the green light. Let's see what the call is. They're mobbing down in front of that goal. No goal, says the referee. The red light went on. Daryl Sittler had put it in, but it's just a fraction too late.
Well, the Czechoslovakian team was guilty of letting up when the crowd started to yell. Apparently they thought the game was already over. They let up in the zone. The shot came. Daryl Sittler had all kinds of time to work very hard off the crease, but the goal does not count the official rules because the period was already over.
Boy, I'll tell you, listen to this crowd. Oh, we're lining up at the blue lines now. Bogey Bagshaw has registered the shutout. Bobby Orr with 2 goals and an assist. Who do you give the #1 star to in the Metallica Cape Award? 6-0. Darrell Sittler has the goal. It came at the 19:59 mark. It must be scored that way. So the goal was scored a split second or a second prior to the end of the game. And we had to note that the red light went on along with the green one. It is impossible to have a goal poking away at it. He got the goal. There was no question of that at any time.
Well, the Czechoslovakian team just let up completely. Dvorak didn't really try to check Sittler very, very hard. Apparently, they thought the period had already been completed.
Discussion at the bench. I suppose we're getting shots on goal in that third period, 12-4, favor Canada. Total shots, 34-24, again, favor Canada.
Canada's goal scored by number 17, Bill Barber.
Bill Barber is credited with the goal, so must we'll have to look at this one again. I just don't know how Bill Barber was he even on the ice.
27,
Potvin took the shot. Here we have Darrell Sittler working at the puck and eventually puts it by Holochek, but Bill Barber wasn't even on the ice. He had 17 probably instead of 27.
They changed it to Sittler now. Now the national anthem of the winning team, Canada 6, Czechoslovakia nothing.
The awards are handcrafted stone carvings created by the Eskimos of Baffin Island in the Canadian Arctics. Presenting the awards tonight, pour présenter ce soir, we are pleased to welcome here at Maple Leaf Gardens the former world skating champion, Miss Karen Magnusson.
To ask somebody you all know here to join in on the ice,
Toronto Maple Leaf star defenseman Boris Salmi.
There's Boris Salmi. Certainly one of the outstanding players in this tournament. Getting a great hand. In just a couple of weeks, building playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Here we ask now Miss Karen Magnusson to present the Carling O'Keefe Award to the outstanding player of the Czechoslovakian team. Le joueur par excellence chez les Tchèques, number 4, Oldrich Machak.
Oldrich Machak, outstanding player for Team Czechoslovakia. A little extra. And the other fellows that were winners of Team Czechoslovakia, not to be jealous.
And now I ask Boris Salming to present the Outstanding Player Award the Carling O'Keefe Award. Number 4, Bobby O.